Hi, I'm Natasha Williams, and today I'm going to discuss with you the 6 signs of a toxic family. Now, when I refer to a toxic family, what I'm talking about is a dysfunctional family. Now, some people might think they're broken and they can't be fixed, and I say, you're not broken, but you are dysfunctional. And that is because the family dynamics force you into different positions. So let me just give you a bit of background. Let's say there is a narcissist in your family, and the narcissist is a person who is emotionally demanding, and they tend to take everybody else's attention. Now, in order to balance that out, somebody else in the family has to become the peacemaker or the caretaker, as I call them. And that person would probably be you if you're watching this. So you've learned over time that you need to soothe the emotions that are going on because the adults that are in charge are actually not knowing what they're doing. Maybe your father is dysfunctional, maybe he's a narcissist, and your mother is a caretaker, and she's not able to actually take care of the kids. She's trying her best to protect them, but she's in a very emotionally unstable place. And as a result, the children have to grow up faster. So one of the signs of being in a dysfunctional, toxic family is that there are secrets. Now, secrets they range from anything, but it's something that the family, it may be stated overtly, or it may not be stated overtly, where it's a given that you don't share what goes on behind closed doors. Nobody shares the fact that your mom got beaten up or that you're being beaten up, and it stays within the family. There might even be incest. There's a lot of stuff going on that nobody on the outside world is allowed to see. And whenever there's a secret, there's a pain, there's a wound. The second sign of being in a toxic family is that the family members or some of the family members are competing. Now, if adults need to compete with children, if a mother needs to dress more sexy than her daughter, for example, or there's a sense that the children are trying to outdo, maybe their youth is getting to the parents or one of the parents, then you know that that is also a sign that there's a dysfunction, because people, when they age, obviously they're going to lose their youth, but what they gain instead is maturity and wisdom. And you don't want to fight with somebody to look like something when it's all exterior and not interiorly motivated. They also like to compare you to others. You might say, for example, I spoke to somebody whose mother, because she was overweight, she got in the car and her mother said to her, "Why can't you look like that other girl?" And if you want to feel shame and humiliation, have your parents compare you to somebody else out there who looks better or is doing better at school, rather than encouraging their own children to perform better or being proud of the work that they actually have done. They compare them to others and make them feel less. You feel smaller, you feel humiliated. A fourth sign of being in a dysfunctional family is that the parents or some family members are very controlling. So they will control any decisions you make. They control your activities. You might even be an adult, but they will control where you go out, what clothing you wear, what time you need to be home, to the point that they will control which career you choose and which husband or wife you choose. And that is a definite sign that you are not in a healthy relationship, or a healthy family. Any family that wants the best for their children wants them to go and make better choices, not make choices that they themselves would make on behalf of the kids. And then a fifth sign is that there is conflict. There is always conflict. It's never resolved. Maybe it's between the immediate family members, or maybe there's conflict between aunts and uncles or grannies, or something that never ever seems to get resolved. There's constantly drama. You're allowed to speak to somebody, then you're not allowed to speak to somebody. And I even remember growing up, I had a friend, and my sister was friends with her sister. And every time she had an argument with her sister, I wasn't allowed to talk to my friend. Now, that's what I call dysfunctional, where one person says, well, if you don't speak to me, then I'm not speaking to your entire family. And that's not treating people like individuals, it's treating the whole family system as a unit, and that's where the secrets come in. And then lastly, the sixth sign is that people in the unit don't talk about feelings. Now, why do I say that? Because in narcissistic relationships, narcissists, first of all, don't experience feelings. They have feelings of maybe if they get caught out, then they feel pity, but for themselves, not remorse. Or they have feelings of envy, but they don't experience feelings of joy or excitement or anything like that. So they would not allow those kinds of things to come up. And you might be a very highly feeling person, but you're not allowed to share that. So you're almost living in another duality, another reality world, where you're having to sit at the table, for example, and discuss what you did today and who you spoke to and what's going on the external world, but you can't share what's going on inside. It's not safe. It's dangerous. And so you're putting on a face, you're putting on a mask just to keep the peace, to keep everything going, but inside you're in turmoil. So if you are coming from a dysfunctional family, it doesn't mean you're doomed to stay there. It just means that that has been your base unit. That's what you were born into. That's all you know. It doesn't mean that the whole world is like that. And there's a way to clear that, and that is by clearing the past pains, the wounds, the grief, the anger, the loss of having a normal childhood. And when you let that go, you're able to be free and make new decisions based on what it is you'd actually like to create, rather than where you came from and just keep perpetuating that cycle. So I hope that these help you to figure out where you are at. And if you have any questions or comments, please comment below. I would love to hear from you, and please subscribe to my videos. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have an awesome day.